Wash your bike day. That's right. You ever wonder how to wash your bike? Now's the time. Let's get into it. When I first bought a bike, I looked up, how do you wash a bike? And GCN gave me some information for beginners, and it was like, if you don't have a bike stand, just put your bike on the grass and do something really
Poopy.
In this video, I'm gonna make you buy some stuff. Not sponsored by any of these brands, but it just makes your life a lot easier. First thing you're gonna need, a bike stand.
Bike stand.
Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. This is a Feedback Sports Mechanic Edition bike stand. So it actually doesn't fit D-shaped seat posts. So this is how you have to set it up, and then you gotta make it so your crank doesn't hit the post. So if anyone's looking at this one and wondering how you fit a Binge or a D-shaped bike on here, this is how it works. Next step is the wheels off.
Wheels off.
Alright, I'm about to show you the best thing that you could ever buy if you don't have a wax chain. Is this freewheel thing? I don't know what it's called. This thing, whatever, basically helps you clean your bike. Hooks the chain up. Here, check this out. It's like, how am I going to clean this chain without removing it? Boom. Put that guy in there. And you basically have a mocked up system. This is going great, guys. Alright, there we go. Twist that into place. Now, make sure your gears are where they should be. Alright, I shifted into the correct gear. There you go. And then you can basically clean your chain, but this is a wax chain, so I'm just going to remove it. Time to clean the cassette. Buy some of this. Win a Preem at CBR or any sort of foaming bike degreaser. This is another waxed cassette, but I'm still going to use this. Next product, this bad boy, if it would focus. This Park Tool brush or muck off. I don't even use this one though. Not my favorite. This one, been using it for like 3 years. Works pretty well. Gonna need a hose. There you go. Get that all up in there. Get that brush. Get everything out. And then what I like to do, if you have a real greasy drivetrain, blast that brush. Get all the dirt out. Get everything out of your cassette. Then do it again. Next tool I like that you don't need is this hub cleaner. It's more of like a mountain bike, but I like to use it. It's fun. Next product, this muck off cleaner. It's super concentrated. You don't need a lot of it. You actually can spray a few squirts in a bucket. Comes out super foamy. Another fun tool from Muck Off is this brush. Or, you know, I just use this sponge from the car wash that I've had for over 20 years.
Side sponge.
Best deal on the planet, microfiber cloths from Costco. Been going strong for a long time now. Get one of these to dry your bike wheels off and everything else. Or the next top tip I'm about to show you, just buy an air compressor. Had this for 15, 16, 20 years now. Annoys your neighbors. It's gonna make everything a lot nicer and easier. Okay, so you got your hose reel from Harbor Freight. Got all this stuff, so I don't know, probably in the hole another 300 for that. Put this thing together, if you would please. Once you buy this, have it forever.
What are you doing there? No one knows how to do that.
Okay, with a wax chain, you're gonna want to take the chain off with a tool.
No one knows how to do that.
Just do that part. A quick wipe down cloth before we throw it in the old waxer. Make another video about waxing chains, right? Here's the old chain. Here's the old chain just took off. Here's another one that I've already waxed. I basically switch between two chains. Throw this in the pot later, so I'll have it for next time I wash the bike. That's another tutorial. At this point, it's a pretty dirty bike. I'm just gonna hose it down. Got the air compressor to essentially blow out anything that's in the drivetrain and whatever's left over. This thing's really slow at tracking. Anyway, here we go. Gonna hit the drivetrain again with the degreaser, especially if you're not using a wax chain. Get back in there with this guy, you know, use two hands. Similarly for the front crank. Next must-have tool, horsehair detailing brush. Let me show you where I use this bad boy. All this tough to reach stuff with the bottle cages in between the crank and all that. Just spray some of that super concentrated muck off in there. And then, oh, go to town. Yeah, so basically, you're gonna wanna get in all the areas that you couldn't with your other brushes. And this horsehair detailing brush is pretty chill on most everything. So that's what I use. I don't know what you guys use, but that's what I get in there with. There you go. Time to hose her down. Finally figured out the settings on the camera. Here's another fun one. You got this right here. You got this stiff wax chain. What are you supposed to do with this? Well, if you go on Silka's website, they'll legit tell you to do this, and this is what I do. There you go. Chain's ready to go on. Make sure your drivetrain's all nice and dry, and then string your chain through. Remember, if it's Shimano, the words need to be facing outward. Shift it into your small ring, and then the smallest cog on this side. Go here, go around this big boy. And there you go. Okay, alright. Feels wrong. If you can't remember how anything works like me, put your wheel back on. make sure the cassette is completely dry. I just noticed some excess buildup on my smallest cog, so I just used a little Harbor Freight pick to kick out any more wax. Alright, now let's try to string this back through. Scratch frame, make sure to scratch frame several times. There we go. Okay, so now go down to here. Now we gotta quick link it together. Hey everybody. Park tool chain separator. Alright, this thing also, the arrow has to be pointing backwards down here. When it comes up there, it points forwards. So connect this so the arrow is pointing backwards, so there's some wax in there. This one's gonna go on the opposite side. But you should get on that wax game. Okay, there it goes. Clink, boom. Now shift it through a bunch of gears. It's probably just a chain. New chain being.
Poopy!
There you go, you got a clean bike. Alright, running out of daylight. Almost forgot the grand totals. I'll put them up on the screen here. So if you were to buy everything new, you're looking about $950.83. That's with the air compressor and the hoses. If you don't want the air compressor or the hoses, which, I mean, blowing out stuff is pretty satisfying, you're looking at more like $668 with the used. So, I don't know, it's 380 bucks. Bike stand, some brushes, some soap, and like 18 things I listed in the video. All right, you have it. That's how you clean a bike. Any questions? Alright, well, hope you enjoyed that video. Apologize for the flip-flops, it was a bad choice. Yeah, I regret the flip-flops, but you know, when I'm washing the bike, you don't want to get wet. You don't want your feet to get wet. Hope you guys like that one. Like, subscribe, and there's a video that YouTube thinks you'll enjoy. So, have a good time.